Rapa Nui, or Easter Island as it is commonly known, is home to the enigmatic Moai, stone monoliths that have stood watch over the island landscape for hundreds of years. Their existence is a marvel of human ingenuity and their meaning a source of some mystery. It's a tiny island in the South Pacific Ocean. It is roughly 64 square miles of volcanic rock formed from a series of volcanic explosions. The highest point is Mount Teravaka, 600 meters high. The first human settlers, known as the Rapa Nui, were from Polynesia, not South America as was believed for a long time. This has now been proven through DNA testing on human skeletons from the island. The Rapa Nui brought sugarcane, bananas, taro, paper mulberry, chickens and rats with them. There is still much debate about when they arrived, with dates suggesting anywhere between 300 and 1200 AD. The giant stone figures were carved and erected roughly between 1250 and 1500 AD. Half of them are still at the quarry's site, but nearly 900 were transported to different sites around the island. Around a third were placed on stone platforms called as, which were situated about half a mile apart, forming an almost unbroken line around the perimeter of the island. Another 600 statues, in various stages of completion, are scattered throughout the island. Some of the most striking and most photographed are those buried into the slopes of a volcanic hill, leaving just their heads showing. Excavations have proved that they do indeed have bodies below the surface. They were carved from tuff, a compressed volcanic ash. On average they are 4 meters high and weigh in at around 12.5 tons. The tallest finished Moai was 10 meters high and weighed 82 tons, whilst the biggest unfinished statue would have been an incredible 21 meters high and weighed an enormous 270 tons. Recent theories believe that they were representatives of dead ancestors as well as the embodiment of powerful chiefs, both living and deceased. Some of the statues have a red stone hat or top knot. This is believed to symbolize the hair of chieftains, giving the statue additional power and status. The statues mainly faced inland, supposedly watching over the people, except for 7 that are looking out to sea. We still don't really know for sure. Most likely it involves some combination of ropes, log rollers, wooden sleds and a great deal of manpower. Numerous experiments have been carried out to try and transport statues using only the resources available at the time. None so far have been successful, although in 2011 2 American universities proved that a 3 meters high Moai weighing 5 tons could be moved in an upright position by just 18 people using 3 ropes, elbow grease and a great deal of teamwork. At some point after the arrival of the first European visitors in 1722, all of the Moai were toppled from their upright positions. This is believed to have been a deliberate act on the part of the Rapa Nui people, whose civilization entered a period of civil war, destruction and decline, possibly due to the lack of food and fuel. The island had become deforested, maybe due to the Rapa Nui cutting or burning all the trees down over time to clear land for farming, or, alternatively, the trees were destroyed by rats. The jury's still out on that one. The statues that now stand upright have been re-erected by scientists and research teams. The eventual decline of the Rapa Nui is a very sorry tale indeed. The slave trade of the mid-19th century devastated the remaining population, leaving behind mainly the sick, injured and elderly. In turn, they were vulnerable to Christian missionaries and their identity and cultural history was systematically destroyed or eroded. Finally, the Rapa Nui were forcibly moved from their tribal lands, which were used by settlers for farming. Eventually, all native blood died out.